We will look first how we get the air into the scrubbers. There are two ways of placing or connecting an air scrubber to the house. This is with or without a central air duct. We will first have a look at a version without an air duct. If the air scrubber is placed at the back of the house, there must be a wall of fans that sucks the air into the scrubber. This is also the main ventilation of your house. In between the fans and the scrubber is a pressure chamber. A pressure chamber is needed in all situations. The fans itself, the maximum amount of air is depending on the type of animals and the amount of animals. The total amount of air going through the scrubber is depending on the summer or maximum amount of ppm depending on your climate settings. The fans should be able to cope with the pressure drop of the air scrubber of 65 Pascal, and it's preferable that these fans are frequency controlled. Getting the air into the air scrubber with a central air duct. We have four main features when using a central air duct: the central exhaust air duct itself, fan positioning, the pressure chamber, and the air scrubber itself. Central exhaust duct. Let's have a closer look at the central exhaust duct. There are two main setups depending on where the scrubber is positioned: at the back of the house or at the side of the house. All the air of the houses have to be sucked into the air duct from each department in the house. When the scrubber is standing halfway, the air is coming from two sides. By doing so, the duct can be smaller. There are several types of air ducts: the three where the air scrubber is standing at the back of the house, or when the scrubber is standing halfway of the house. Determining the size of the air duct. It's important that the air duct has few kinks and blockages as possible, so that the air runs through as smooth as possible. The air duct must be built out of airtight materials. These materials must be resistant to ammonia. It's recommended that the materials have an insulation value with a RC of 3. By doing so, there is less chance of condensation. Of course, the compartments have to be linked to the central air duct. An access door has to be created for maintenance access. This door functions as an underpressure door in case of a high underpressure in the air duct. For inspection and maintenance resistance, it's good to have a light in the air duct. Mounting materials should be used out of stainless steel. The used materials should be suitable for underpressure and have the right dimensions. So let's have a closer look at the dimensions. First, we're going to have a look at some examples. On the left, we see a nice, smooth built air duct. And on the right, we see an air duct made airtight by using polyethylene. Dimensioning an air duct. If we want to determine the size of an air duct, we must first have a look at the maximum air volume. This is depending on the type of animals and the amount of animals and your climate settings as said before. The maximum airspeed, Vmax, must be 2.5 meters per second. Example. When we have 10 departments of pigs, and each department needs 10,000 cubic meters of air per hour, the total amount of air going towards the scrubber is 100,000 cubic meters per hour. Divided by 2.5 meters per second, then again divided by evening the hours in second, we will need 11.1 square meters of air duct.